Hey, what's up, guys? I'm back, and I've got some takes on the Triple Crown. Triple Crown needs to have a point for each race. This way, Anderson only would have lost 1 point versus Tomac, considering he won 2 of the 3 races, and Webb would have got a bonus point. Tomac went 3-2-2 for first overall. While that's awesome and commendable, and especially on a night when everyone crashes, it needs to be rewarded a little bit more to win those races, because it's hard to win those races. But let's get to Anderson versus Stewart in that first race. So Stewart looks like he's going to get his first win. I mean, he is riding awesome. Daniel Blair and some of the guys had picked him to be fast. He was fast, and he was well on his way. Problem is, that was a bad move on Anderson, and I think he'll go ahead and tell you it was probably a bad move, and it ended up costing him more than it cost Stewart, because it cost him the overall win. But with that said, Stewart, that's twice this season where you've been on the receiving end of these where you could have backed off. You can't ride the track like you're the only guy out there on practice day. You have to be aware of where Anderson is and what he's thinking. You've got to have some racecraft out there, and that's exactly what that is racecraft. And while I love Malcolm, and I was hoping he got the win, he didn't. Anderson came in on him. It was funny, though, how he bulldozed Anderson. Like, I watched that a few times just to see how it happened, and instead of going full Weston Pike on Vince Freese, Malcolm just bulldozed him and made it look like an accident. It was no accident. I mean, he could have went around the right side of the bike, the left side of the bike. He made no effort to move, but he also was very, very smart about not throwing a punch or not making it look obvious. Good on Malcolm for that. Bad on him for his racecraft. And Anderson, that was a dumb move, but he paid for it by not getting the overall win. Now, Jett and Austin Forkner. Jett is a generational talent. Jett will learn from this. This was a freak accident. He hit that tough block. Yes, he was probably drifting over a few feet because that was the natural line. But once he hits that tough block, he goes way over. And poor Austin Forkner had nowhere to go. I hope he's okay. I haven't heard yet. It looked bad. It looked like a collarbone shoulder. You don't usually see the guys walk off holding a limb like that unless something's actually broken. I hope I'm wrong. I hope he's okay. This is the last thing he needs right now. He wants to go 450 next year. And if he's out all this season with an injury, I just don't see that happening. And if it does, it's not going to go well. Jett, on the other hand, that move cost him. I mean, sometimes the week before, Jett rode like a veteran. This week, in that first turn, he tried to cut back. He could have let, I think it was Styles Robertson, get underneath him. No problem in that first turn. But instead, he tried to close it off and in turn spun out. Cost him everything. He's so fast and so much faster than everybody else on the track. All he had to do was settle down, get through those first couple turns, and then go for it. And I mean, after he crashed, he went full. Then he showed his age. That's what a 17, 18-year-old does when they feel like they've lost something that was theirs. And he went bananas. I mean, he was going through those whoops. I don't even know how he made it through those whoops. He did that a couple laps in a row, but that last lap with Forkner, he was completely sideways. 99% of other riders would have ate crap right there. He held on to it, went around the outside, clipped that tough block, shot over on Forkner. That was all she wrote. I'm glad that Jett's okay at least. He said he's sore, but he's really... hopefully he can learn from this and understand sometimes, and after you make the first mistake, you don't want to compound that by making 2, 3, 4 more mistakes. He could have settled in, finished second overall in the night, loses 3 points to McAdoo. In the big picture, I don't think that's much, because I don't think McAdoo's going to be there week in, week out with Jett. Jett's better. I mean, there's nothing more to it. But McAdoo's riding great. I mean, he looked really smooth out there. Now I want to touch on the Filthy Phil and RJ Hampshire. That was one of the nastiest hits I've ever seen. Poor RJ just went straight down. I will say that was RJ's fault. Like, come on, man, you got to have a better presence than that. And I noticed he does this a lot. He literally rides right up on guys' wheels. And that jump had a weird, like, you had to turn onto it. It wasn't a cross jump, because when Nicoletti hits that jump, RJ's nowhere near him. How's he supposed to know? And he just clips him and goes down. The one concern I have is I've been a big proponent of the Fly helmet. I thought the Fly formula was a good design when it came out. I saw the testing on it. It looked really good. It's not got a good track record. It started with Weston Pike, then Connor Fields. They lost, unfortunately, we lost someone at Loretta Lynn's wearing that helmet. I talked to a helmet impact specialist that works with some of the companies, and he told me it doesn't do what it's supposed to do. He says it's too flexible and it grabs the ground. Whether this is true or not, I'm not sure. But I don't like the track record. My buddy Connor Fields got knocked out in it. Like, there's a lot of, it's just not looking good. Now, that hit that RJ took, I don't think there's a helmet on earth that would have helped that, but I don't know. Like I said, when you see the same helmet over and over and dude's laying there unconscious, I think it's time to maybe take a look at it. So anyway, guys, that's it. Quick, easy this morning. So yeah, let me know what you think. Let me know if you guys want to do a Q&A. If you guys want to hit me with some questions, I'll do a Q&A this week, and just ask me some stuff and I will do a video and I'll respond to all you guys. And so we'll see what happens. Thanks, guys.